Greetings, Cancer, and welcome to your Summer Solstice 2023 reading. This reading is to allow Spirit a space to pinpoint what it is you can best benefit from in regards to this energetic event. It would be wise to pray and meditate around the issues or objectives that are addressed in this spread. But of course, you grown Cancer, you do what you want to do. You have the final say at the end of all this. But let's see what it is. Spirit, your ancestors, your guides, all that walk with you every day in the highest white light. What is it that they have to say in regards to the opportunities that lay ahead with this energetic portal that's open and wide and cashing folks out? I'm telling you. So let's see, Cancer, what it is Spirit is calling you to focus on. Push these up because I'm going to do a couple of layers of tarot and some oracles, of course. So what do we first have here? All right, Cancer, it looks like the energy of mastering a skill, trade, or craft is on the table. Doing this passionately with that Knight of Wands energy there. Okay, taking yourself seriously. This Eight of Swords indicates negative self-talk. Yeah, so you're going back and forth between believing you are great at this particular type of work or skill to doubting yourself. So Spirit is asking you to address that back and forth. See, the Two of Pentacles came out indicating that you are bouncing back and forth between practicing this craft, feeling passionate about it, and doubting yourself. Okay? Here, indicating you juggling back and forth between these mindsets, these states of being. Okay? You now have the Knight of Cups down here, which talks about your love of this particular skill, trade, or craft, okay? And when it landing on the mastery, Eight of Pentacles energy and the passionate Knight of Wands energy, this is saying that with the Knight of Cups, that this is what you offer the world from your bosom, out from the depths of your heart. Like this is what you have to offer, okay? Now, and this makes sense because it looks like somewhere in between being passionate and mastering this trade and knowing that this is a beautiful, sweet thing you have to offer the world, you then plummet from the passion of the Knight of Wands under here over to this negative self-talk, self-doubt, which creates that disappointment and crying over spilled milk kind of an energy, okay? So, Spirit is saying that it's slowing up your productivity, slowing up your manifestation, and definitely slowing up your money. So this is what you need to address, okay? So that you can finally kick over into completely taking yourself seriously and cranking it up, taking it to the next level. Yep, here we go. So here I pulled out the Five of Swords, and this is talking about, in this instance, you defeating that negative self-talk and that disappointment and the downside of you doubting yourself while mastering such a beautiful skill. Once you have Five of Swords it down and defeated that negative self-doubt and self-talk, you move over to the more productive matters, and because you have built yourself back up and defeated that negative critic on the inside and doubting yourself, you have enough confidence after this victory to move on into laying some blueprints with others and collaborations, like an expansion. You go from just messing around back and forth with yourself and then doubting yourself to defeating that self-doubt and moving on to bigger projects, expanding, okay? And then you finish out with the Six of Wands, which is about rewards and honor, being recognized for these great works, okay? It looks like you, Cancer, are going to require, Spirit is advising you to strike down that self-doubt. Okay? You're going to have to let it go. And you're also being advised with this cosmic event, the summer solstice of this year, to petition for or meditate on productive collaborations, productive alignments, genuinely beneficial collaborations. Okay? So hang on a second. Let me plug up because that'll be all I need is for this thing to die while I'm getting into the nitty gritty. Okay. Ta-da. All right, Cancer. Let us continue. So you have something beneficial to offer the world. It is important that you get out of your own ruts. Okay. And get, look at that on the split. Justice and the Knight of Pentacles. So if you take heed to this, these things will balance out. It looks like you are favoring teamwork. It gives you that extra added boost, okay, to feel a part of something larger, and you guys can inspire each other. You understand? So it looks like that smidgen of self-doubt is where being inspired by others is going to help you become excited and Knight of Wands passionate about the thing again. Okay? So it must be something extremely major, either at your place of business or your own business, that is going to convert to something that is beneficial to the greater good. And we need you, Cancer. We don't need you somewhere looking at beautiful things and saying, I don't know if they're going to like what I made, or I don't know if they're going to understand where I'm coming from, and this is stupid. Like, don't start doing that to yourself, okay? You are also being asked with this Two of Pentacles to balance out your emotions in regards to how excited you get. Sometimes you get so extremely excited and worked up that you crash. You don't have a even, balanced, smooth sail. So it's like being totally juiced up and then totally burnt out. Totally juiced up and then totally burned out. You're going to have to find some balance with this, because you have great ideas. Amazing ideas, okay? Stuff that we need. But you won't you can't get it out to the public because you're doubting yourself. Page of Wands is here, okay? Which talks about that enthusiasm and that excitement again, that sense of adventure, okay? You got to get out of your head. As soon as I said get out of your head, the Eight of Cups is here. You're being asked to abandon those darker sides of your creation process where you're doubting yourself. You also are being shown this Page of Cups because there's a sort of self-apology and self-forgiveness process that needs to happen with the summer solstice. You've been hard on yourself, Cancer. Go easy on yourself. Look at that. The Three of Swords is here, which talks about heartbreak. So, your feelings are sore. I'm not sure why so sore. The Three of Pentacles is here. I'm starting to feel like that maybe you are feeling sore or possibly guilty because you've abandoned this team collaborative effort before to go wallow. So it feels like for some of you, this means that you have already been in a team collaborative effort. You weren't committed as the others. You abandoned ship, and now you feel sorry about it because you left them guys hanging. Okay, that's for some of you who have been letting the negative self-talk get the best of them. Two of Wands is here, which talks about prospects and possibilities. Okay, and that planning stage of those possibilities. So inspiration, courage with the strength card out here. Okay. This is the areas you need to focus on in regards to manifesting, because you have something really beneficial to offer us all. Okay. But you keep getting swept up in some pitfall, okay, within your own mind, and you are being advised to use this energetic event to balance out the chemistry within your mind, body, and spirit, so that you're not experiencing such extreme enthusiastic highs and then such pitfall lows. Okay. Queen of Wands is here. This is a being that is extremely regal and knowledgeable in regards to how to wield their own power. Okay. So this is the energy you need to ask to be in, is to have your own supply, your self-supply of strength, power, enthusiasm, and inspiration. Knight of Pentacles is out here again. Okay. So it looks like this is you trying to wrap up some long-term projects, some things that you and these guys have been trying to pull off for some time. The star is out here. So this is a hell of a way to end up, Cancer. This is Spirit and your ancestral guides telling you this is what you need to petition for. You need to petition for a balanced thoughts, peaceful thoughts, inspired thoughts, okay? Downloads in regards to how to execute, how to plan and execute, okay? So that you're not hitting brick walls and getting frustrated, okay? And then getting overwhelmed, okay? We don't want you to be doing that, because then that's how you end up in that Eight of Swords, negative self-talk, and convincing yourself that it's possible. You might not be able to pull this stuff off. Okay, this is not what you need to be doing to yourself. So petitioning and meditating around you being fully in an inspired, confident space regarding your most precious works. Okay, present those things with boldness and audacity and just pure, unshakable confidence that it is as brilliant as it actually is. Don't doubt it. Okay? This is how you are going to catapult yourself in regards to what it is you have to offer, what it is you're gifted at. Okay? This is how you get into a much more elevated level of greatness. Okay? The only reason why you haven't already gotten there is because you doubt yourself. King of Wands is here. So we're going from the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. This could be saying that some of you are elevating to the next level of power from Queen to King. Or this could mean counterpart energy in regards to that teamwork. It may be a power couple situation. Okay? That is going to lead to your power and your prosperity. Okay? Temperance is here. This is all about things coming together in divine timing. Okay? So some of you have gotten frustrated, not because of the situation being very complicated, but just because the timing seemed to drag on to you. That's why those Knight of Pentacles have shown up more than once, because it is a manifesting energy, but the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. And that may have frustrated you. That may have disappointed you. It may have simply been that. Okay? So, we have the Hermit card here during this summer solstice. Your guides and ancestors are expecting you to go into beneficial and brief isolation mode to focus on these things. Okay? Ace of Cups is here. This is about divine love, new love. So that King of Wands, Queen of Wands counterpart connection may be a very real thing for you, Cancer. So be on the lookout for that being. Oh, interesting. There's another card flipped over here. But Five of Swords is out here again. This speaks of you fighting and defending and protecting that which is precious to you. Okay. 10 of Cups is here. Okay. Definitely regarding that which is precious to you. That's bliss. That's your family. That's self, legacy, and loved ones. Okay. Fulfillment. And you've been willing to fight for that. The 8 of Cups is here again. Okay. So this isn't talking about total abandonment, though. With it being connected to the Hermit card here and the Ace of Cups card back here, this is talking about you going into that brief isolation mode, okay, for this particular energetic event to mindfully manifest in regards to your skill, your craft, your craft, your legacy, and your trade. 3 of Pentacles is here again, so we're talking about collaborative efforts coming into view. This again is beneficial collaborative efforts is what your angels, guys, oversoul want you to focus on in regards to what you're manifesting with this energetic portal. 7 of Pentacles is about your investments. You're being asked to really look at where you're placing yourself, your time, your resources, your energy, your emotions. Okay? Be very mindful about that. Plan very, and that has that also speaks to your isolation mode that you're going into. 2 of Wands again. This is out. This is talking about the possibilities and the prospects, your ideas, your blueprints. So your teams want you to come into these meditation sessions during these highly charged energetic times because you're going to be getting a ton of downloads. Okay? The ideas, choosing between those ideas, not just getting them, but pick, choosing, and refusing, laying the blueprint down. Okay? Before you get into the next level, which is a 3 of Wands energy, which is about communicating those blueprints, okay, and expressing them to others. The Knight of Swords is here. So this is about rushing into something swiftly, very dramatic, like even, you know. So Spirit, I want to get another one on the Knight of Swords. Could you tell us why the Knight of Swords is here for Cancer? Is this regarding the energy that's rushing in? Or, okay, so this flipped over. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. So, the Justice card is out here. And right behind it is the 4 of Cups. So, there are some of you who are in very, very, very deep contemplation about some type of justice that you require. It's possible that some of you may have picked up this negative self-talk from a negative person around you. Maybe you grew up with a toxic mom or somebody that always doubted you, and now that you're out in the world or something, you have continued to torture yourself with self-doubt. Maybe you had a really messed up spouse that always doubted you and shot down. You know, it's something like that I'm getting. Okay, that places you in deep thought with that 4 of Cups, and then it spirals out of control into an 8 of Swords, negative self-talk thing. You are to call forth justice as well. And when you go into hermit mode and think about where you've been investing your time, your money, your feelings, etc., you're going to realize that you have been putting some of that in areas that are completely unjust and unfair. And you are being encouraged to really think about this when you're in your 4 of Cups hermit self-reflection thought mode. Okay? Where you see imbalances, you are to ask for the scales of justice, for the fairness in these exchanges to be implemented. Okay? Because again, you're only going to be putting yourself into things and projects that inspire you and where you can too be an inspiration. Okay, the alignment must be on point. Otherwise, your team is going to fail you, or you're going to fail your team again, or fail yourself. So this is what you are to manifest harmony and balance within yourself and within your work environment, your environment where you produce and you're productive, whether it's in an establishment of someone else's or your own enterprise. Okay, this is the only way you're going to be able to create and flow and thrive. Okay, fully. It's the only way you're going to be able to enjoy what it is you do and be extremely successful and extremely fruitful. Okay, so you have to address those issues. Everything that's not serving you or is to your detriment is to be cut loose. Okay, with the sword of justice. Okay, just to see the scales are there in one hand, balancing out things and making things fair. But of course, in order to balance the scales, the dead weight must be cut loose. So that's what you are going to be doing with your, that is what you're going to be doing with your summer solstice. The energies are going to be so extremely potent. You will see results right away for those of you who apply themselves thoroughly. All right. Again, prayers and meditation surrounding the most ideal setup regarding your legacy, yourself, and your loved ones, and how all of that balances out. Do not forget to also remember to request balance between your work life and your home life. Okay, you do not want anyone at home to feel neglected. You do not want any of your works and your contributions to the world. You don't want those to be neglected either. You need balance within and without. Okay, knowledge is here. Okay, so some of you may want to consider including some added education for your isolation period. Okay, and for some of you, it does not mean complete and total isolation. It's just any extra, any spare time you have outside of what is required of you, you keep it to yourself. Okay, you don't have to show up to so-and-so's party or be at the parade the next weekend. Like, sometimes you just sit your ass down. Trust is here. Trust the process, Cancer. This is the cocoon mode right before the butterfly blossoms. Okay, so but trust the process, because it does get dark and it gets cramped in the cocoon, but the caterpillar trusts and continues to grow within it. Right, emerging as a beautiful creature. Full moon is here. Okay, so we just experienced a pretty powerful full moon. But in regards to the process, I would say you would need to give yourself from now until the next full moon to really start to settle into the new. Look at this, time just came out. Yeah, so they're talking about in regards to the full moon. That's a indication of times. The time card literally came out. So between now and the next full moon is about the time frame you need to allow to start to really see and feel the beginnings of these shifts. Okay, which isn't very long at all. A single moon phase from one full to the next is actually extremely swift, considering how major these changes are. I mean, seriously, change this, you're set for life. Okay, which is what your team is trying to do, trying to set the tone for the flow of energy, inspiration, harmony, and prosperity. They're trying to set it for life. Okay, grounded is here. So again, like I was mentioning before, when I mentioned that some of you may be getting too hopped up and too excited about something and you burn yourself out. This is speaking to that balancing act that you have to perfect, or that you need to petition gets perfected. Okay, staying grounded, not flying too high and burning yourself out, Cancer. Okay, also with that balance, you're being asked to consider boundaries. Like I said, you need to, any spare time you have of your own outside of what is absolutely necessary, you are to keep it. Draw the lines in the sand with everyone. Okay, nature spirits are here, so you're being encouraged to go on private walks in nature, and it doesn't have to be the the sanctuary wild forest extravaganza. It could literally just be anywhere that has a little bit of foliage, flowers, or water nearby. Okay, it could be a very simple setup. All right. What else do you want to say to Cancer? Spirit, ooh, truth is here. So again, regarding that justice that you need to request in regards to things that have been imbalanced and contributing to your imbalance within, you need to be truthful with yourself about it. You need to be truthful with your ancestors about it. And this is stuff they already know, but you being truthful about it is how you fully come to terms and are able to start making the adjustments. You have to be real about this thing. Look at this. New moon is also out here. So you, with truth and new moon here, this means that the new moon that we're headed towards, you're going to, because we just left a full moon maybe 3 days ago. Okay, on June 4th. Yeah, exactly 3 days ago, June 4th, 2023. So we're merely days away from the last full moon. With the upcoming new moon, you are going to discover some things, because you'll likely still be in your introspection hermit mode and be assessing your investments, your life investments, with your time, money, emotions, etc. Right? So in the depths of the new moon phase, you are going to discover some very deep truths. Okay? You need to be strong, okay? And do what? Transmute it. This is the transmute card. Okay? So get into some heavy transmutation practices once you discover that which is not serving you when you're in your hermit mode. Okay? Be serious about it. Use the sword of justice to cut that goddamn dead weight loose. Okay? It's time to move on. And some of that dead weight is extremely heavy. It's probably people and things that you have always counted on being there. However, those things are no longer in alignment with where you are growing, the direction you're growing in. Okay? So upcoming new moon, use that time of the depths to really reach down and find the things that maybe you had overlooked in prior shadow work sessions. Okay? So, and then the full moon following that is when the work you've done during the new moon on your deep dives will begin to become evident. Okay? However, during all of this shift between moon phases is this wide open energetic surge during this summer solstice. This is going to help you work smarter and not harder, because the energy from this cosmic event is going to give you a hell of a surge, a hell of a boost. Okay? So that you are not trying to deadlift, you know what I'm saying, this shift all on your own. Okay? So that is your reading, Cancer. I hope this has been helpful for you. There are really, really great things on the other side of this cleanup process and this shift with you. I look forward to seeing your ascension. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.